Oh, hi guys, and welcome back. Welcome back. Happy to see you guys. It's a bit early. Oh boy, I just walked in the house, and immediately I was like, it's 10 p.m. I really need to start this live stream. Um, I just took my shirt off that I was wearing, put on a scarf because I'm still cold because outside is freezing. Um, it's been snowing pretty much since this morning, on and off. It's crazy, and we have a snowstorm coming. It's a lot of stuff happening. A lot, a lot. Yes. So, yeah, always, I'm sharing all kinds of stuff. I'm wild and I'm a little bit cuckoo, but it's okay. That's the world. That's how it is right now. Um, so much to say. But you know what? I'm not gonna get into it, guys. Basically, I'm just gonna share a story, like always, and I picked up some chocolate, and I'm just probably gonna choose one of them, and do a taste testing with you guys. Um, I have my tea here. As I said, I'm like really cold. I'm coming from outside, but I noticed that you guys are tuning in. I guess you guys are curious to see like what am I going to talk about today. I have another hot topic. It's not really a hot topic, guys. For you guys who are tuning in, listen. I'm always saying some wild stuff. Not too wild, positive, but just wild enough. So okay, thank you, my friend. I noticed that Shorty's here in the house giving me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up right away. Yeah. So what I'm about to say is that I have a story that I'm about to share with you guys. It's basically from a friend of a friend. It's not meaning it's not directly someone that I know, but the fact that a friend is sharing the story with me, I feel like it's okay. I change some stuff around like always, and I'm about to share it with you now. I don't know. As I say, you know what? I just like sharing stories in general. I just trying to keep it positive. Um, Someone asked me, a matter of fact, a couple days ago. She asked, "Are you happy?" And I was like, "Am I happy?" And I had to really think about it. Listen, this is not about the story. This is just something random I'm just throwing out there because it's so early, and usually on my live stream I just wait a couple minutes because I know most of my friends, they'll tune in. They always show me support and stuff like that. So yeah, just let me just say this real quick. Yeah, a couple days ago, a friend of mine, she asked me a question. She was like, "Are you happy?" And I'm like, "Am I happy?" And you know what I noticed? Whenever, anytime, doesn't matter who it is, someone asks you a question, and if you repeat the question, most likely you're about to lie. Okay? You're not going to tell the truth, because you think it really, really hard. Because if you wanted to tell the truth, you just jump up and say, "Listen, I'm not happy." But if you be like, "Am I happy?" And be like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm happy," then you know you're not happy. You know what I mean? So I asked the question, because if someone asks me, if I'm happy, you know, is it in general, or do you just have a specific thing that she's talking about? I wasn't really sure what which exactly she was trying to say, but she explained herself. She just said that, "Are you happy with the way how things are?" You know what I mean? Whether it's with the job, whether it's with the virus, you know what I mean? Because when someone just jump on you, be like, "Are you happy?" You be like, "Excuse me," and once you say "excuse me," now pretty much you're on the defensive. You know what I mean? Like, what? Why are you asking me that? Like, what? So that you get defensive, like you're ready to protect yourself, because the truth is you are not really happy, or maybe you're not happy about a particular part with whatever is going in your life. Like everyone right now, I guarantee you there's something that they're not happy about. But if they're running around smiling and jolly and all that happiness stuff, they're pretty much lying to you. There's a lot of things to be unhappy about. Okay, a lot. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to do with relationship. It doesn't have to do with kids. It doesn't have to do with family or friends or job or whatever else. It's just the fact that you're not happy about a few things, and you might not want to talk about it because right now people don't even want to go to psychiatrists. you know and anyway, I'm free. Okay, I'm like a free psychiatrist. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not free, but I'm good at listening, and that's what they do. um and I believe anyone has anything to say, I mean, you can always say to me. um Sometimes that's all people need. They just need someone to listen to them. They just need someone to be there for them. Oh, thank you, my friend. I see Steve is here. Appreciate the love. Francisco is here. Thank you, my brother. Happy to see you. Thumbs up. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Yeah, bro. So thank you, man. Amigo. Thank you, bro. So, oh, Spicy, I see you here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I see everybody tuning in. I'm waiting to start the story. Happy to see you guys, like always. Anyway, so I always do clapping, just some weird stuff. Yeah, so I noticed a few people is here. Since you're here, I don't know. I just like thumbs up. You give it, you take it kind of situation, but I like it anyway. So if I'm getting a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. Um, so thank you, my friend. Boy Note, thank you, my friend. Amigo, you know, happy to see you. Appreciate the thumbs up. Um, as I was saying them, I got distracted so fast. There was like a lot going on right there. I was talking about happiness. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Todo. Todo Ben, my brother. So, you know, Linda. Lindo. Everybody, happy. Thumbs up. Like. So, happy to see you guys. Amigo. Amigas, everybody. So, I'm just saying, before I start this whole live stream, um, actually, I already started it. I'm just, before I get into the story and stuff. Yeah, yeah, thank you, my friend. Appreciate the love. Showing love, showing love. Todo. Thank you. Thumbs up. Um, yeah, as I said before, it's about happiness I was talking about earlier. Someone asked a question, and whenever you hesitate to answer the person, basically, is just you're just on the defensive, pretty much. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Happy to see you. So, what I was saying is that I noticed a few people are here just stopping by. I have to address everyone who stops by and show me some love. So, um, for those who are just listening, I know you're watching. I know you're about to hear some real nice story. I didn't start the story yet. I was just sharing something. I'm just waiting. A few of my friends didn't tune in. It takes a few minutes before I jump into the story and stuff. As I said, like always, I'm gonna be here for a little bit. I just started my live stream. Just got home like a few minutes ago. I've been on the road all day. So yeah. So pretty much, I was just saying that someone asked me a question. They asked me if I'm happy. I hesitated, so most likely I was prepared to be like, why are you asking me that? Kind of situation. But I realized that what, I have a lot, you know, to be like mad at and not happy with right now the way how things are. But my live stream today is not even about what's going on right now in the media and the vaccine situation, family situation, job situation. There's a lot. There's so much that's going on. But I'm not here to talk about all that stuff. Today I'm just here to share a story. I'm kind of waiting to see how many people tune in, ready to hear this real quick story that I'm about to share with you guys. So yeah, it's still early. I was gonna wait like a couple more minutes, but you know what? I'm gonna jump in it. Get this story on the road. So so basically, guys, a friend of a friend, you know, share a story with me, and basically I did some changes, and I decided that I'm about to share it with you guys. Now, to be honest, today I wasn't really feeling like A1 because this kind of weather, it's like really cold. Because you probably wondering like, damn, you're wearing a scarf. I said, yeah, I just came in and my neck is a little bit on the cold side, as I said earlier, and I feel a little bit weird. So I'm trying to keep it warm, basically. So that's why I'm wearing, this right here. I should be wearing like a sweater or something, but you know what? I'm here. So anyway, so let's get into this story. A friend of a friend. Let me see if I could get this thing started on here. Everything is set up. Notes is set up. Everything's set up, ready to go. Are you guys ready for the story? Because I am. Okay. So everyone who's here, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up to start the show. Um, Doing live streams every day is pretty cool. It's really fun, and that's what I've been doing for a while. I shouldn't wait as long as I am for people to tune in. But anyway, for all the people that are here, I guess you guys are ready and you guys want to hear what kind of story I'm going to share today. So I'm going to jump into it. So a friend of a friend, right, shared a story with me. She said, basically, she have a friend and he stated that between his wife and his mom, they had some kind of issue, and she was like, what's the issue? So, well, it turns out that the issue is, well, they were going out to dinner, something simple. His mom is visiting because his mom doesn't live with him. He lives with his wife and kids and stuff like that. However, his mom was in the front seat, and the wife pull up, and I guess the wife expect the mom to change seats so she could take the front seat and the mom sit in the back. But the mom was already in the front seat. And the wife was like, listen, I'm not going to get in the car until you get out. And then she kind of said, listen, you're my husband. You need to tell your mom to get out of the front seat so I can be sitting. Hey, Shell, I noticed that you made it like always. Appreciate it. Eat with Fifi. Appreciate the love. You know what I mean? I'm always happy to see you guys tuning in. Just give me a thumbs up. Listening to my story. You guys know I'm always sharing some wild stories. Well, today a friend shared a story with me, and I just had to share it with you guys. So you guys, you get to listen to what kind of story I'm about to share with you, and you know what I mean. Like as I said, I changed some stuff around because I don't want people to feel like weird or anything like that. Just in case if my friend is watching this video, she don't feel like I'm putting her stuff out there, because that's not really what I'm doing. I'm just sharing like certain details of what happened, but I didn't really share anything about her. Okay, Kiki's here. Thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are right on time. I'm actually just started sharing the story. So I'm about to share the story real quick with you guys since you guys are already here. Right on time. So as I said that, let me start over real quick. So basically the story starts when a friend of mine, she came to me. She, stated that she have a friend, and basically this friend is having issue with his mom and his wife. Okay, so the issue that the mom and the wife is having, and her friend, which is the husband, is is sharing with her that he went to the airport to pick up his wife and take her home. He dropped her home, then he went to pick up his mom. Okay, because he was supposed to take out his mom to dinner. Okay, and then pick up his mom, then head back to the house to pick up his wife. Hey Slim, okay, right a second. So I don't want to get side strapped from a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, so when he picked up his mom to go back to the house to pick up his wife, because she was getting ready. Um, when she was waiting outside, the mom was already sitting in the passenger side, and she stated to the mom, "Listen, can you please sit in the back? I would like to sit in the front." And the mom was like, "I'm already in the front seat, so you could just sit in the back. It's not a big deal." And she was like, "Listen, if you don't sit in the back, I'm not getting in the car." And then she was saying, "Listen, I'm your wife. You need to tell your mom that listen, she needs to sit in the back seat." Now, you know, that was kind of stressing. He was like really stressed because basically his wife and his mom. it's kind of put him like in the middle, you know what I mean? And he don't really want to choose or anything like that, you know, like who would really want to choose, you know, that would be like a big deal. So basically, you know, he stated like, you know what, if you guys gonna be acting like so childish and stuff like that, I'm not even gonna go anywhere anymore. She's supposed to show his mom respect and get in the front. um the the thing is, if the mom already sitting in the front seat, I don't think the mom should get up and go sit in the back seat. You know what I mean? Because whoever was sitting there first, I'm thinking that should be like a normal law that everyone knows that whoever was sitting in the front seat, they should stay in the front seat because listen, you're going to pick somebody else up. You know, you shouldn't have the person who already sitting in the front seat get out of the front seat so you could sit in the front seat. That's not very nice. But however, in the situation, if it has to do with a husband and a wife and a mom, that's very, you know, difficult right there. You know what I mean? Because you can't really choose your mom and you can't really choose just your wife because either way, you're probably gonna hurt somebody's feelings. And for the most part, I don't think this guy was trying to hurt his mom feelings. He wasn't trying to hurt his wife feelings, you know, because his wife already addressed him and said, "Listen, I'm your wife. You need to tell your mom to sit in the back seat." And then for some reason, the mom was like, "You know what? I'm not getting out. I'm already here. Just sit in the back so we could go to this restaurant and just have a nice dinner." And she stated that she wasn't gonna get in the car. And then he got upset and he said, "You know what? Forget it. I'm not going anywhere anymore." And he just kind of like walked. He took a walk, and you know that's when he called my friend, and I guess my friend, you know, kind of like tell him, "Listen, calm down. You know, don't worry about it. Let him cool down." And situation like that because basically they try to put him in the middle, try him to, you know, get him to choose between mom and dad. Like for me personally, I don't know like who, you know, he would choose. I don't know if he would choose his mom. I don't know if would choose his wife. It's like a difficult situation. I try not to ask too much questions, to get too much details, because that's actually a really touchy subject. You know what I mean? When it has to do with like a mom and a wife. Um, Most of the time, if you see it in movies, you hear it all the time. When it has to do with a mom, hi, Mr. Hung. Happy to see you, Mrs. Hung. Appreciate the thumbs up. Yeah, so as I was saying is that it's not easy when it has to do with a blank. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, so it's not easy, you know, when you're a son and you can hear, yeah, it's not easy when you have a son and you know he choose his wife over you because you know you've been taking care of him your whole life, and all of a sudden like he puts, you know, his wife first and, you know, pretty much, you know, put his mom aside, you know, like that would be hurtful either way. And if you were to choose your wife and be like, you know what, um, I choose you over my mom, you know, I'm sure, you know, she'll be happy, but at the same time, you really, your wife would kind of like, you know, be not even, I don't know the word to use to describe what kind of person does that kind of stuff because a really good wife would respect her husband, you know, I mean, mom, I would say. Like, no matter how you look at it, you know, that's just the reality, that's just the fact. When it has to do with in laws, I always believe that it should go both ways. But elderly, you know, if the person, whoever is elderly, like if the mom is elderly, if it's the grandparents or whatever it is, the younger person should always show respect. Like even sometimes the older person might say something rude and disrespect you. By all means, you have to learn to be humble, because I believe that in any instances, the person who are humble is always the person who win the fight. You know what I mean? Because you could look at it in more than one way. But humble people are always stronger people, because it's easy to get angry, but it's very difficult to stay humble. So I would say, in all means, I think if you're very humble, you're stronger than someone with a lot of anger. Many people might not understand that concept, but basically it is. I'm hanging here. Yeah, Kiki, I see that you're still here. You're listening to the story. You know, as I said, Kiki, it's quite a difficult saga that I'm sharing tonight with about my friend and her friend, which is the husband. I don't know the details of whether he decided to fix the problem, but I I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb, and this is what happens when you forget. I was just kind of like in a rush. Oh, and I have my tea. So let's yep, keep going. Okay, let's just cut that. Yeah. So as I was saying, Kiki, um, it's not easy. That particular situation is quite difficult because when you're talking about someone's mom, and we all know that there's a reason why they call some men they people would call them like mama's boy or anything like that, just for the simple fact that for most of the time guys are quite attached to their mom. This is just the reality. It's been like that since I don't know how long. And now you leave your mom and now you have a wife, and your mom, she feels weird about it because she's thinking like, okay, wow, I took care of him since he was a baby, and now he's completely forgot about me, and he's spending more time with this person, and he's building a family, and it's probably hard for her to let go, for the most part, to understand that what, there's someone else in his life, there's someone else there to take care of him, and give him all the things that he needs and make him happy. Which when he was younger, most of the time he just had mom, especially if his dad was someone who works a lot. So for him, I know really and truly that it's probably really difficult for him what he's going through right now. I don't know the guy per se, but just by hearing this story, I could say, you know what, he's probably going through some difficult times right now because even though, if you guys was listening, the story, he chose to walk away. Now, walking away from the situation, which your wife and your mom was pretty much arguing, and you didn't know what to say to stop them, you just walk away. I don't think anyone should do that. In any instances, friends, I'm having some hot tea. As I said, I just came from outside and it's cold. So I'm just trying to warm up so I could, get this thing. I didn't want to miss a live stream, so I just took off what I had and I just jumped on it, because I was running a little bit late. But anyway, as I said, that anyone, guys, because I know you guys are listening, anyone, it doesn't matter who that person is. When it has to do with your mom, I know some people don't get along with their mom. Some people, don't really get along either with their wife or get along with their husband, whatever the situation is like. But I'm talking about in the instances where, you don't have no problems with your mom, and you have a good husband or you have a good wife, whatever the situation is. And then when you find out that your wife don't get along with your mom, that's very complicated right there. You know what I mean? Because you love your wife, especially when you have kids together. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You're absolutely right. That's a tough one, and I think in his situation, it was already a difficult, because it's no matter who you choose, most likely you would lose anyway, um, because you would lose because if you choose your mom, your wife will be angry at you, and if you choose your wife, your mom will be angry. So either way, but I think walking away, is not the answer. In any instances where two people not getting along, whether it's mom or dad, whoever not getting along with whichever in-laws, I think in most instances, it takes the person who's in the middle. They're the only one who can fix it. So walking away. So the fact that she said that he walked away, and it was just really sad. to the chat. Make sure you thumbs up. Yeah, make sure everybody give me a thumbs up who's in the chat. Like what Slim says. So for me, if anyone share any kind of story like that to me, I would say, wow, what I mean, because it's difficult. I wouldn't know personally what to say in a situation like that because you have to think about it. First of all, try to put yourself in that person's shoes and think about it for a minute. Like, what would you do if you find yourself between your mom and your wife? You know what I mean? Because it's quite difficult. I'm saying you love your wife, you know what I mean? And you love your mom, so now you're thinking, okay, I'm living with my wife now. So the logical thing to do is to be like, listen, mom, you got to go home. You know what I mean? Because the fact is, you don't live with your mom. You live with your wife. So all these things you have to put in place. So no matter, so no matter how you look at it, you might lose. You know what I mean? If you don't put your foot down and be like, listen, this is what it is. This is how it is. This is how you have to deal with this particular situation. You always have to talk to your wife, talk to your mom, and let your mom know that, listen, mom, first of all, she's my wife. I'm married to her. We live together. We have kids. I don't appreciate you disrespecting my wife. You know what I mean? And the same thing you gotta do is, if it's your wife, you gotta talk to her and say, listen, I don't appreciate you disrespecting my mom. You know what I mean? That's not very nice. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't disrespect your mom, so why are you doing it to my mom? You have to try to find some kind of common ground when it has to do with, in-laws. Listen, I know a lot of people who don't get along with their in-laws, but I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm just sharing the story that someone shared with me today, and because that's not even the story that I was about to share with you guys today. But when the person came to me and they was expressing what her friend shared, I was like, wow, okay, that's a weird situation. But I think that situation is quite common because I know a lot of in-laws, whether it's the dad or the mom, they have a lot of problems. Most of the time, the dad have a problem with the husband, and sometimes the mom has a problem with the wife. You know what I mean? But that's quite common what she was sharing with me. But I didn't really know anyone per se who know or experience anything like that. But my opinion personally, I think if I find myself in that particular situation, I would have to say, you know what, having a conversation, that's the key. You need to be able to sit down with each person one at a time, and then each person have to give you their feedback on what's going on, what can you do to fix it. And once you collect all that information, then you have like a sit down, because you need to get to the bottom of what's going on to see, and at the end of the day, I'm thinking, okay, maybe your wife do need you, and I'm thinking maybe your mom still needs you in their life. So you need to put your foot down and say, listen, okay, you guys, if you guys don't stop this, you both gonna lose me. I'm not gonna be around any you guys. I'm just gonna move and go live with somebody else, because this is stressing me out. Because at the end of the day, the truth is, guys, and this is just my thinking, your wife, she married you, so she love you for something, whatever reason, but she gotta have a reason why she love you and been with you for a while, have kids, whatever it is. And on the other side, you already know, a mother's love never go anywhere. You could be like 50, 60, your mom will still love you. You know what I mean? Your mom would always show love and be in compassion and everything towards you, because she will always have that bond since you was a kid. You might not have the same bond because you grew up and you forget what it's like. You forget that your mom was there since you was a kid, wiping your nose and cleaning you and all that stuff. You forget. But I say this, everyone who's listening right now, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, never forget what your mom did for you. It might not be a lot, but if you are lucky to have a mom in your life, whether it's a stepmom, whether it's a real mom, or maybe um, adopt, whatever, whatever the mom is, as long as you have, because mom doesn't have to be like, birthright or whatever. It doesn't have to be, biological, and it doesn't have to be any of that stuff. Mom could just be someone who show you that kind of love. That's what mom really is. So, and the love is quite simple. Okay, quite simple. Someone who gives you clothes, someone who gives you food, someone who play with you, someone who makes sure you do the right thing, or at least try to make sure that you do the right thing, and even if they don't give you a hug, because most moms don't really give, their kids love in that kind of way, like, I mean, affectionate wise. Most moms don't do that. But I'm just saying, like, the average mom these days, they don't really hug their kids, but they show their love in different ways. Like, for instance, like, for me, I were lucky. I got love from my mom. I got love from my grandma. I also had love from my great grandma. Also had love at one point, stepmom. So for me to say I didn't have love from, the woman that helped made me who I am today. Hey, my friend, happy to see you. I think this is your first time here in my live stream. Slim, one of my friends is here. Gab, and who else is here? Lifestyle is here also. So you guys are here for the first time. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Today I'm sharing a real quick story with you guys. Every day I do a live stream, just for the month of December, pretty much. It's like a vlog, but more like a live stream story time kind of thing, where every day I share a different kind of story based on. Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah, so Gab, happy to see you. First time being here, showing love, giving me a thumbs up. That really means a lot to me. Like I said, I'm here in the live stream every day sharing story. Since you just showed up, let me give you overall. Today's story was basically a friend of mine share experience that she had with a friend. Um, it was between this friend had his wife, and his mom basically had a confrontation or a situation. I could put it like that real quick, where the mom was sitting in the driver's seat, and the wife told the mom, listen, you need to get and sit in the back seat because I'm his wife, so I should be up front. So that start like a whole drama, arguing and stuff like that. So my question to you guys was, do you think that the mom should have got up out of the front seat and sit in the back so the wife could sit in the front? Does that sound like my life? Well, in-laws, I would say in-laws are never really easy. You know what I mean? Like your husband, mom, most of the time she'll feel like, you know what, she still run things. Like she owns everything that her son owns, that she believes that she owns it, and she might not understand that you are his wife now. So basically, everything that he owns belongs to you. She will never accept that, but that's the reality. Once you're married to him and you have kids with him, you guys have a family, the mom is already out of the picture. But some mom, they don't give up. They'll come to the house and they want to take over, and they'll talk about whatever they see that they don't like, even though it has nothing to do with her, because that's not really her house, and she doesn't really have any say in like what you do with your kids, or what you need to do with the house in general. That because that's not her house. They say, you would have it sit in the front seat. Oh, okay. Well, you see, that's good. Gab said that she don't have a problem. She'll let her mom sit in the front. Because she don't mind sitting in the back. I guess for some wives, it's okay because you sit in the back. You could be on your phone. You could be messaging, maybe Instagram, whatever website you're into, whatever. Um, and you get that privacy time to do whatever you want to do while the mom sit up front with her son. I think that's actually really sweet of Gab to say that, but I don't know if every wife is the same, would be like, "Oh, it's okay for the mom to sit up front." I say personally, if the mom was sitting up front first, I think it's kind of rude to kind of like tell her, listen, you need to get up and you need to go to the back. That, to me, it doesn't really sound like a nice thing to do, and it doesn't sound real positive, you know. So I would say if it was my mom and my wife were to do something like that, for the most part I would have to talk to my wife and say, listen, calm down. You might be upset for whatever reason. Let's talk about this later. Just go in the back seat for now, and we're going to talk about it. And most likely she'll probably be, yes, wives are number one, and wives know. Okay, listen, the thing is, listen, Gab, actually you made a good point right now. you know Wife will always be number one to her husband, before her husband mom, before the father, what I mean, before even the kids. Wives are number one. That's just the reality of everything. Even your mom knows that, listen, you should put your wife first. You know what I mean? Because for if your dad were to put, your mom second or whatever it is, your mom would be like, what? I'm your wife. You're supposed to put me before everything. So in with the law and the way the law is set up, wives usually come first, with the house, everything, kids, everything. So the fact that, if you really, I would say, if you're not insecure or anything like that, and you're confident in yourself, your husband love you, your kids love you, you have a great family, for the most part it's not even going to be a problem. You know what I mean? It's going to be something normal. A matter of fact, even if you do not get along with your mother-in-law, I would say, for the most part, it's always good to be nice to her, to be respectful to her, because when you respect your mom-in-law, I think you're also respecting your husband. You know what I mean? Because if you disrespect your husband, then you disrespect your mother-in-law. That's how it kind of works. So it makes sense in any situation, no matter how you look at it. Always respect your mom-in-law. You know what I mean? Because your mother-in-law, she might not like you for many reasons. She might think, oh, my son could have did better. Why my son had to be with you? My son had so many choices, and the fact that I forgot to turn on, put my phone on, do not disturb. I'm getting crazy call coming right now. Hotline. I didn't even give anyone my number, but yeah, my phone goes off crazy like that. But for the most part, as what you say, what the Gab said, that your rude mother-in-law get on the front. Oh yeah, actually, Gab, you made a point. No matter how rude your mom is, your mother-in-law is, I think for the most part you should always, and I said always, show respect, show love, because when you respect her and your kids see that, then your kids are also gonna respect her. You know what I mean? Because your kids believe. Let me get a sip. Hold on. So hot. I'm just drinking some tea. I'm really cold. I was outside earlier. So as I said, whenever your kids sees you, respecting your mother-in-law, showing her love, then your kids will follow, and they will do the things, because kids follow. They do anything their dad does. They want to do the same. Whatever mom does, they want to do the same. So it makes sense for your kids to see you respecting the in-law. You know what I mean, and not try to cause any kind of problems. And it's better to be at peace. I always share with all my friends and family that no matter how you look at it, whenever someone is angry, you always have to be the bigger person. Because most of the time when people are angry, they can't think straightly. They don't think straight, they can't really focus. So if you're, let's just says, the wife around the husband 24/7. Oh, actually, she have a point. Okay, Shorty have a point. Shorty stated that in any instances, though, no matter how you look at it, listen, the wife live with the husband and their kids. The wife is always around, okay, her husband. Now the mom doesn't live there. Now Gab, if your mom live with you, if your stepmom live with you, or mother-in-law, whoever it is, live with you, then you know what, you got a problem. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. That's a whole story to itself right there. Living with in-laws, because living with in-laws is no walk in the park. But however, I think it's good to basically, having your in-laws to visit you. Visiting is okay, guys. In any instances, this is how you got to look at it. Whenever you have your in-laws and they come over to visit, you show them as much love as you possibly can. But when you live with in-laws, whoo, that's that's a lot of stuff. Listen, not any woman can able to handle living with a mother-in-law. You know what I mean? Because when you live with a mother-in-law, basically, I think, she should be living with you, but she will turn it around and make it seems like you're the one who's living with her. She takes over the whole house. Like the kitchen, supposed to be your kitchen. Turns out that she's taking care of it like it's her kitchen. And whenever you're there using the kitchen, she probably come in and asking you what you're doing, but it's your kitchen. You could do whatever you want to do in your kitchen. But mother-in-law, they take stuff over. That's just how it is. So I can imagine how difficult that is, you know? And it shouldn't be this way. And if you were to go to your husband, Gab, and be like, listen, your mom, I don't know what she was cooking in there. But I tried to go because I wanted to bake something for the kids. And, she gave me like the cold shoulder. Like I shouldn't be in the kitchen when she's in the kitchen. But this is my kitchen. So why can't I be in my kitchen when my mother-in-law is in there cooking? Like you cooking, why can I be baking? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think the kitchen is really that small where the mother-in-law just take up the whole kitchen, and if I wanted to bake something, I can't bake something for the kids. Because that's how mother-in-law is. That's how they create. They was like, you know what? I'm taking over this kitchen, and I'm here, and I'm cooking. Oh, and another thing is, no matter what you cook for your husband, the mother-in-law is always judging whatever you cook, because she's thinking in her mind, she don't know how to take care of my son. She's not doing this right. She's always looking to complain about something that you're not doing. And her son will be perfect. Like, most likely he'll probably enjoy it because mom is doing everything for him. You know what I mean? So it's not a problem to him. But for the most part, to the wife, oh yeah, she's probably going through like crazy thoughts, just like, going through like mayhem because she's like, I don't know what to do. And no matter how much you talk to your husband, he's just gonna play it down like, no, 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 no. Just as mom, she act like that, but she's okay. He's cool. He's gonna always play it down. He'll never try to say, listen, you know what, mom is messed up. I'm gonna talk to mom and I'm gonna let her know, listen, you can't do that kind of stuff, or else you gotta go kind of situation. He's always gonna be like the middleman, but not really on your side when he's supposed to be on your side. Gab, I completely understand the situation because I know a lot of people, that's what they go through. Like for me, if my mom lived with me, my mom was cooking for me all the time. She's making all the food that I used to eat when I was a kid, and I still love these things. So now the problem is when you cook, he's not gonna be really into it. I'm saying he'll eat it just to make you happy, but the bottom line is he's gonna be like, so mom, how come you didn't cook today? And you'll be like, listen, you know what? Your wife is there. You're supposed to check up on your wife, make sure that she's cooking something good. Why you always jump into your mom's cooking? You can't do that anymore. Once you have a wife, your mom cooking is out the window. That's just the reality. That's how you gotta look at it. You gotta be like, listen, my wife cooking, this is what I want. But whenever he's thinking about his mom cooking, then like he that's like showing you like, listen, I don't appreciate your cooking because I'm always jumping to mom's cooking. So I could bet that, what, listen, first of all, for the most part, I think everyone really loves their mother-in-law. And like, you know what I mean? Regardless of the attitude, regardless of the mom, like, cares. Because the thing is, if you really love the son, you really got to care about the mom. You know what I mean? I'm sure the mom does things and have attitudes because the mom probably don't like you. But you, it said not me. Gab, you mad funny. But the reality is that if you love the son and you love your kids, you got to understand that, okay, well, you know what, your son is also, and your husband is a part of his mom. You know what I mean? So your mother-in-law, she can't really be all that, weird because, at least you have a son, you have a husband, and all of those family that you have right now, I mean, is connected to the mother-in-law. So I would say you gotta have some kind of feelings, regardless of the attitude, regardless if she curse you out, I mean, yell at you, treat you like you don't know how to take care of your own household, But the good thing is that after a while, I know all husbands eventually grow up and be like, yeah, I can't be doing this. I got to figure out a way out, because if you're upset all the time and you're thinking like, listen, you know what? I can't live like this. She's taking over everything. I can't even walk around in my house feeling comfortable. Like, if you're living like that, you're going to be like, nah, I can't do that. Nah, I'm not going to be able to live like this. And not only that, I think the only way to get to your husband, you got to keep crying to him, crying on his shoulder every 5 minutes. Oh, I'm not happy with this. I'm so hurt. You got to do something. You got to help me. I don't know what to do, because eventually, if your husband love you, he'll find a way. And all husband eventually find a way once he loves you, because he's gonna understand that. Listen, you know what? I love you and I love my mom, but right now, I mean, me and you, which is my wife, we have a future, and I have to think about my future. But my mom, I'm always gonna love her, but the mom is not really the future. I mean, she's gonna be there, but she's not really the future. So once you talk to your husband, I'm saying that most likely, I don't know, Gab, I don't know if you did a lot of crying, but I can imagine that you did some kind of crying, because if your mother-in-law, was like the type who was like, try to stress you out every 5 minutes, then yeah, you most likely you're probably gonna cry, because most likely you don't want to say anything hurtful, and you don't want to smack her. You know what I mean? And because if you smack her now, you guys are gonna start fighting, and that's not good. And I don't really condone that kind of behavior from anyone, especially fighting the mother-in-law, which those stuff happen. Okay. I've seen some weird stuff. You know what I mean? I seen mom and daughter fights and crazy stuff. People do things that's mind-boggling. So I know most likely she was horrible. No reason, but she could. I know. Well, the thing is, if you say your mother-in-law, was tripping, and she didn't like you for whatever reason, um, I think that it had to do with maybe some kind of impression, or maybe it has to do with maybe your past. It, if a mom, listen, in the beginning, some mom, what I mean? Once they see you for the first time, they can tell, like, listen, you know what? I don't like her. That's it. She don't know you. She don't know anything about you. She just see you automatically. I don't like her. A lot of moms are like that. It's just like some dads. Like, no matter which guy you bring over the house, oh dad, this is my husband, or my fiance, or my boyfriend, and he's gonna look at him from head to toe, and he's probably not gonna say anything right away, but he's gonna say something to you, be like, listen, man, I don't like that guy. I don't trust him. It's just something about him that you don't know the guy. You didn't give him a chance to figure out what is what, but you just don't like the person for whatever personal reason. You know what I mean? But sometimes I think it's just fear. Okay? I think if your mother-in-law don't like you for whatever reason, it has to do with fear, or it has to do with some information that she picked up wherever. Because sometimes she could pick up information maybe from her son, or relatives, friends, whoever it is, and just from that small, oh, Blair is here, okay, happy to see you, Blair, you made it. I don't know if you was listening to the story. Struggling today, but I am growing. Oh, okay, Blair. Yeah. As I said, I'm happy to see you, Blair. I hope you was listening to the story. I was trying to explain to my friend Gab. She stopped by, showed me some love real quick. I explained to her about um, no matter the situation, no matter how you look at it, I believe that you should always respect your mother-in-law for whatever reason. Because a lot of mother-in-law, they'll probably disrespect and take over your house like they live there, whatever it is. When sometimes they're just visiting. Um, it's not always easy. But the conversation was just basically, would you give up the front seat to let your daughter-in-law sit in the front. That's just like a simple conversation. That's what it was about. And apparently some people said yes, fear of losing her son. Oh, okay. Well, Slim, you're absolutely right. Mom, no matter how you look at it, naturally has a fear of losing their son. Um, because if this woman come along, most likely she don't know much about this woman. She knows her son his whole life. Everything about him, what he likes, what he does. Listen, mom knows. That's why they have a phrase that say moms know best. Because even Gab, you a mom. You know your kids. You know what they like. You know what kind of cry is a serious cry and what's a play cry. And you know when they get quiet what to do. I'm ready, my sons. I have wife so they can move on. So you want your son to get out already, because listen, I'm saying like your kids might not be easy, but what I'm saying is that you know everything about them. You know what I mean? So most likely you know when they're lying. You know when they're angry for whatever reason. You know when they're stressed out. I mean, you know what they eat. You know what kind of clothes they like to wear. As a mom, who's been taking care of her kids since she was a kid, small. Oh yeah, yeah. I keep it real. This is what I do all night, every night. I mean, I have different topics, and I just let it spray out, man. That's what I do. Different kind of topics, but today's topic was kind of like, I mean, passionate, because I know this friend was like, they were really expressing his feelings because he didn't even know what to do. So that's what I'm saying is that in your particular situation, Gap, I'm thinking your husband probably didn't know what to do either. You know what I mean? Because he loved his mom. You see, Kiki said that that's true. Because Kiki knows that if you love your mom, you don't want to hurt your mom. A mother's-in-law was. You see, well, you know what, Blair? Some people have good mother-in-laws, and other people don't. There's some mother-in-laws that kind of rude, and they probably don't like you for whatever reason, but you still have to get along with her because you know what? You married to her son, and you have kids with her son. So if you're already married and having kids, you just have to learn to find some kind of common ground to be, cordial or whatever it is, just to get along. Because if you can't be civil, you're gonna end up affecting the kids, and you're gonna end up affecting your husband. So if you want a peaceful home, you gotta find it inside to be like, listen, I know she don't like me for whatever reason, because for sometimes, let me get this out. I think I'm not as cold as I used to. So for whatever reason, if she don't like you, I would say, you have to look past that. You gotta say, you know what? Um, True, I did it with all my friends today. Well, you know what? That's good. The thing is, let me tell you, Blair, many people right now, that's what they're struggling with. Hey, thank you, my friend. Happy to see you, Ali. So what I'm saying is that right now, it's not easy for mother-in-laws in general, because think about it. Earlier, Shorty, she stated in her comment, she said that mothers are scared of losing their son. That's what she said earlier. Check the comments, you'll see what she said. And think about that for a while. For anyone who, because not everyone have sons. Let's support each other. Yeah. So think about it for a minute. For anyone who have a son, and that son is growing up, because when they're young, you have much control over them, what they do, what they eat, where they go, all that stuff. But as they get older and they start dating and they move out, the next thing you know, they're married and they're having kids and all that stuff. Every mom already know, like, once he meets a woman and he's getting married or whatever it is, that's it. Her son is already gone. That's just the reality. I know some people try to change it to make it look different, but now this woman that he chose to marry is his first everything. Okay, he put his wife before the kids, before his mom, before his dad, before his friends, brothers, everybody. You got to put your wife first. You got to let her know that, listen, no matter what, you're first. So when the mom come along to visit and she decided, you know what, I'm going to take over, especially take over the kitchen, I would say, you know what, if you're a good daughter-in-law, you should let it happen. Just for the simple fact that she don't live there. But if you're living with your mother-in-law, oh boy, mm, you just have to take a sip for all the wives that living with their mother-in-law. I can only imagine what they're going through right now. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I'm telling you. So Gab, you're not the only one. Um, I know a lot of people actually is going through stuff, especially losing your son to a woman is probably one of the worst thing that you could have ever seen in your lifetime. You know what I mean? Especially if your son don't want to talk to you anymore. Now everything is about this woman and his kids and his family. Sometimes the son doesn't call his mom anymore. So you have to look at it on both sides. Like Gab, I don't know if Gab. I'm glad I did my live stream with mine. Be dead. Well, okay. The good thing is, I think that you just have to try to be nice to her. Eventually, she'll come around. You know, I know Gab, I know that no matter what, you think, she's hardcore and all that stuff. Whatever hatred she have for you or dislike or whatever, she'd be like, you know what, I just can't take that about you, whatever it is. She'll find a way. All you gotta do is be extra nice to her. If you can find it to be extra nice, I tried for 9 years. She didn't change. Well, you know what, Gab, that's a lot. You know what I mean? 9 years. Damn. Almost a decade. Like, wow. I can't imagine trying for 9 years to please a mother-in-law that just won't budge no matter what you do, no matter what you say. She treats you like you're not really important. She doesn't show you any respect. She probably treats you like you are like a child that don't have a mom or don't have parents or whatever it is. Or, what I mean, she probably treats you like, okay, well, you know what? You're just living off her husband or you're taking advantage of her husband. She just treats you like, you know what? Why did he choose you? When he had other choices or whatever it is. Like, and I think the reason why she continued to behave this way is because of her son. If her son wanted to shut it down, he could shut it down. Okay, because eventually, um, she would have to turn, what I mean, over and just understanding that, listen, you know what, you're the wife. You're gonna always be the wife. You're gonna always be there. And she knows that, listen, you know what, you respect her, and if she wants to see her grandkids and see her husband, she has to understand that, listen, you know what, you come with the package. She shouldn't be able to see the kids without you being there, or what I mean, without even if your husband decided, okay, I'm gonna go by to see mom or whatever it is, you have to make sure that whenever he visit, he has to bring up you in the conversation, so it doesn't feel like, okay, it's just him, because sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes, in most instances, situation, you'll find out that the mom don't really respect the daughter-in-law because the son don't push the subject. Like for him, he might think it's not a big deal. Everyone wants seafood, not a tradition food. It is seafood. Well, you write it. You know what I mean? Everybody wants what they want, but you can't always get what you want, Blair. That's just the reality. You could say, okay, this is what I want, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. So in Gab's situation, um, I would say she tried and she tried, and still, the mom refused to change. I don't think there's much she could really do about it. I just think, whenever she's around her, it would be, hey, oh yeah, Kiki said it would be hard because the simple fact that if you try with your mother-in-law for so many years, okay, to get her to like you, and in return, she still refused to change and be nice to you, because remember, that's all she's probably asking. Yeah, I'm sure Kiki probably just saying, listen, why can't you be nice to me? I'm always nice to you. I'm always trying to be nice to you. It's just like basically, I don't know the situation, but I'm probably thinking if Kiki were to cook dinner and she would make a plate for the mother-in-law and be like, okay, I make you a plate. I don't know if she would eat it. Yeah, yeah. Well, mother-in-laws are a little bit tricky. You know what I mean? It's a tricky situation. You know, and most people don't understand it. To me personally, I think it's a bond. I have tried talking. Yeah. So Gab said she's tried talking to her mother-in-law probably multiple times, and each time she probably look at her or just tell her, listen, you know what? You're losing it. Probably saying, you know, you loca or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I get it. I gotta. Okay. Well, it was nice seeing you. You know, Gab. You know, appreciate you stopping by, showing me some love, giving me a thumbs up and everything. You know, just keep the love, keep the connection. Happy to see you again. Okay. So Kiki said yeah. Okay. Well, you know what, Kiki? I think Kiki's. I think you're absolutely right. I think her mom, believe it or not, is a bit jealous. I think that's all it is. Okay, Kiki, have a good night. Get some rest. You know, stay safe, and I'll see you again in my next live stream. Kiki, take care. Yeah, so as I was saying, guys, yeah, I've been here for a while now. You know, it's already 11 p.m. here in New Jersey, and you know I have to get up really early to go to work. You know, and not only that, I have a snowstorm coming. So, yeah, yeah. So thank you guys. You know, love you guys. Appreciate the love. Like I said, like always, Kiki, get some rest. You know, and I'll see you in my next live stream. You always show me love, so appreciate you. And remember, stay safe, Kiki. Um, so yeah, so Blair, what I was saying is that in any instances, no matter how you look at it, you know, a mom will always have a connection with her kid, whether it's the daughter or whether it's the son. That connection will be there forever. You know what I mean? It's just like for women who have their kids taken away from them. They never forget that. You know what I mean? That for some mom it drives them crazy. You know, just the fact that they don't have their kids anymore, they take away their kids from them, you know? So that could really drive someone to do all kinds of wrong things because you don't have your kid with you. But the bottom line is, you know, most moms are really strong. Even if their kid's not around anymore, they'll find means and ways to live, because eventually that mom have to live on. You know what I mean? You cannot say, okay, my son is move on, but now I don't know what else to do. There's tons of stuff to do. You just need to find your life. Because remember, your son's life is not your life. If he's old enough and he's, you know, move on, you know what I mean, with a wife and all that stuff, and you get to see him and all that stuff, you can't worry about that. That's his life. You know what I mean? Your job was to take care of him the best you know how, to make him into the man that he is. And if he choose a woman and you want to move on and you don't see him again or whatever this case, you're supposed to be happy for him. Don't be sad for him. You be happy that you did your job. You did your part. You help as much as you can. And when he grows up, he's gonna make the decision that he wants. So however he end up, wherever he end up, that's not on you anymore. You already did your job. Okay, you did the best you could to raise him, turn him into that man that he is. So I think just mom just have to learn to let go. Mom this. Oh yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Blair, no matter how old your kids is, you'll never lose that bond. You know, many people think that okay, when they grow old, you know, you lose them. You know, you'll never lose that bond. But you just have to understand that once they grow up and they move on, wherever they chose to live around the world and not close to you, and sometimes they don't call you. You know what I mean? Like maybe on your birthday they'll give you a call or whatever it is. You got to understand that. especially when you're retired and you have the time and you want to go see them, and they be like, not now, mom, I'm busy, I'm working, and he's doing no God knows what, so that's just not your responsibility anymore. So that's what I'm trying to share with you, that no matter how much you love him, no matter how much you guys are connected, you always have to understand. She said, I have three child, two boys, one girl. Well, you know what? The fact is, you have kids like that. Because for me, Blair, I only have two boys, but I say my boys are pretty good for the most part. They don't. We're connected. We have a relationship. That's all that really matters. But what I'm saying is that they're old enough to do whatever they want to do, and I'm not going to stop them from living their life the way they want to live their life. You know. So I did the best I know I could to take care of them and to do what I can. That's pretty much it. And the rest is pretty much up to whatever they want to do. They have a choice, and that's what you can do. You just have to make sure you do your part, and that's all you can ask for. The other stuff, I think you really don't have a choice over it. Because once they're old enough, they're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway. Like for me to call my son and be like, listen, you know what, let's go hang out or whatever it is, and they'd be like, oh no, dad, I'm going here, I'm doing this or whatever. I can't really say, force them to hang out with me or whatever it is, because they have their own life. When they're kids, it's different. Kids, they don't really have much control. So you could be like, okay, let's do this, whether they like it or not. But once they reach a certain age, you know what I mean? Pretty much it's out of your hands. That's just the reality, especially with kids. So we just have to learn and understand that, listen, that's the way it's going to be. You know, um, Whatever happened, it happens. But as I said earlier, and as says, what's her name? Shorty said, the connection between a mom and her kids will never be broken. That will be there like forever. So I kind of understand that. It's just that once they're not here, once they're not around anymore, you have to learn that you have to move on. You have to try to experience different things. Just create different kind of hobbies. You have to learn to make yourself happy again. Because not because your kids don't around you, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be like, okay, well, what am I gonna do now? You don't. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, because I've been here for a while, as you said, it's almost time. So, Slim was asking, what do I have today to taste? Um, I have this right here. So I'm gonna see what it tastes like. I don't know. The ring light is a little bit tricky today, but that's pretty much what it is. I'm just gonna open it and I'm gonna taste it. I forgot to do the taste testing. It's a good thing that you reminded me, because I was about to say good night in probably 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. I was about to be like, I gotta go because I gotta get up early in the morning and stuff like that. But Slim, you always reminded me. So okay, that's a good one. I never tried this one before, but I figured, you know what? Let's see what it tastes like. I just get like a few different random chocolate just for chocolate taste testing. So let me see what Blair said. I listen, give advice, but I cannot live their life. Those family, I thought, strong, get on. Well, the good thing is, Blair, you did a good job raising your kids, and that's all that matters. You teach them to be good human beings. That's all that matters. Good people, because you have a lot of like weird people out there. Like it's weird. But anyway, Slim was asking about this because she actually knew that I was about to get off live streaming a little bit because I did my time. She knows that when I'm going live stream, I stay roughly like an hour and that's it, because especially I have work in the morning. So here goes, guys. Let me just share with you what it looked like. I don't know. It's weird. I'm eating chocolate every night. Difference with this one. Okay. I know you guys can see it. So this is what it looks like, guys. So just a couple different ones in it. It's not that much. I'm trying to get a good shot. So I guess you guys can see it now. So this is what it looks like. Hands are shaking, but I just wanted you to have an idea. So I don't know if I should eat all three of them, but I figured these are small. So the one in the middle is really good. I don't even know what kind of flavor it is. As I said, I never had this before. So, so the middle one, is that the peanut cashew? Because I don't know. Oh, the peanut cluster. Yeah, I didn't even check. It's a peanut cluster. Oh, so that's the one in the middle. Okay. I don't remember trying it, but here goes. Hmm. It's kind of chewy. A little bit sweet. But overall, yeah. Actually, Slim, I really like it. A bit chewy though. I had to add some tea with that. So do you want me to go for the other one? Or just one is good enough? Oh, man. Blair said yes. Okay, Blair. Usually I don't do this. But, whatever. I'm already here, so. So, which one you want to go for, Blair? You can see this is what we have. I don't know what they are. Okay, you know what? Let me check the container. They should say the names of these chocolates. Hmm. It doesn't give you the names though, which is so weird. Because usually the names are on it. Yeah, it's like a surprise. There's no names on it. That's what it says. I'm hoping it's coconut. Okay, so let's go for it. Not really sure what this is, but this is what it looks like. But it's really good though. I think this one might be milk chocolate. Yeah, it might be. Blair, I think you're right. I think it might be chocolate cream. I actually like the chocolate cream. It's not as chewy as the cluster. But yeah, so far I think the second one is really good to me. So let's go for this one and see. Usually I don't do this, but I guess it's a first for everything. Hi, my friend. Thank you. Happy to see you, Craft. Craft by Rose. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy to see you here. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Happy to see you. Make sure you enjoy your Christmas and stay safe out there. Okay. I'm not really sure what this one is, but it's like really chewy. As you can see. I'm not really sure what kind this is, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. So between the first one and the second one, it's really good. But the third one, nah. Oh, you're right, Blair. It's actually caramel. I think it is. Really rich, strong, overwhelming taste to it, but it's really good. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep with all that sweet. But anyway, Blair, I know you guys been here for a while. You guys been showing me love. I've been here. I shared a story with you. We was talking about all kinds of stuff. About mother-in-law and good and bad and respect or not. You guys seen chocolate. Oh, over 50 and Fab is here, everyone. Appreciate the love. She's always showing love whenever 50 and Fab show up. I'm always happy to see her. She's a good friend of mine. She's always supporting my channel. She always showing love. So I appreciate her tuning in. So over 50 and Fab. Turns out that today's story, because I know you like my stories. What it says? Maybe hold on. Wait. Okay, 50 and fantabulous. I just Fab. I just say Fab anyway. So I don't know if you're still here, 50, but I'm just saying you missed out on the story. But since you're here, they show me like a thumbs up. I can give you overall the story real quick because I have to get off live stream in like pretty much like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna give you overall real quick. I know some people just tune in just to give me a thumbs up in and out. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Everything. You guys did real good. And Crafty by Rose is still here. Just said please tell your name. My name. Let me see what's going on. Crafted by Tree Rose. Okay. Please tell me your name. My name is Tia. Oh, so Crafty. Everybody call me Marvelous. But if you want to know my name is Marvin. But everybody call me Marvelous. You can call me Marvin. You could call me Marvelous Marvin. Whatever makes you happy. I think you could call me. People call me Marvelous because maybe it's close to Marvin. People call me Marvelous because I'm sweet. People call me Sweet. So I get all kinds of names. Depends on the person. So whatever you think my personality is, I think it's a good idea for you to be like, okay, you know what? I see this in you, so I'm gonna call you this. You know what I mean? I see you kind of nice. So I'm gonna call you too nice. Like so. Whatever you decide to say, you know what I mean. I just really appreciate everyone who tune in. Whatever name you feel like I'm fit, you could just give me a nickname. It's fine with me. I'm very peaceful. I'm all about positivity and love and respect. That's what I'm about. My channel is always about calm. You know what I mean? Like if you see all my content, it's always about peace and love and harmony and nature. It used to be about art and stuff like that, but I'm changing some stuff around on my channel slowly. But yeah, you could call me Marvin. You know what I mean. But my name is. She said her name is Tina. So everyone who's here, Slim, over 50, and crafted by Tree Rose. She said her name is Tina. She wanted to know my name. She wanted to be a part of my channel because I already visit her. I'm a part of her channel already. So her name is Tina. So anybody want to be friends with Tina, they could be friends with Tina. Tina could be friends with anyone. I just appreciate everyone who tuning in. Thank you guys. I just want to say have a good night. Stay blessed, stay safe, and you remember I'm here every single day sharing stories, eating candies like what Slim says, because I say I'm eating chocolate. Slim said it's candy, chocolate, goes together, mix. So it's good either way. So thank you for giving me a thumbs up for everyone who tune in. I really appreciate you guys, but it's getting a bit late. I need to get some rest. I'm getting up early in the morning. Yeah, Slim calls candy chocolate, so like Candyman, you know what I mean? So it's okay. Tomorrow, another live stream, more candy tasting. Um, I have actually a couple stories, that I kind of like take notes and I have it there. Um, but Slim, you're always willing to share any kind of story. I could put in my own way. Maybe something that that happened to somebody, whatever it is, and I could flip it. Blair, you already know how to contact. If you guys know how to get in touch, let me know. If you guys have any ideas or if you guys have any experience on anything, you could share it with me and I could flip it, turn it into a story because that's what I do. Basically real life event or something that I experienced, whatever it is, I turn it around, turn it into a story, and I share it with you guys. So I will continue to do that because I really like sharing stories. So Blair, if you have any ideas, I'm taking ideas. Slim, if you have any experience, I'm taking experience. So you guys have a good night. Stay safe, as I said earlier, and I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys want to hit me up, you can hit me up on my email. Whoever want to hit me up on my Instagram, if you want to hit me up on that, it's like either way, I am here for you guys. So stay safe, guys. Oh wow, time do flies when you're having fun. It's already 11:30, guys. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Um, I really had fun. Can't believe it's been over an hour already. Unbelievable. But anyway, yeah. Have a good night. Yeah, be safe too, Blair. And thank you for always, showing love, man. That means so much to me. It really does. So, Blair, as I said, yeah, as I said, just continue to show love, and I really appreciate everything that you guys do. I just want to let you guys know that you guys have been so good to me. It's unbelievable. Stay safe, guys.